All right, let's go ahead and configure OBS to stream to YouTube. Now, we're in OBS, the latest version on the Mac right now, and we got everything configured as far as scenes and sources that we did in the last video. And before we can start streaming or even set up the configuration to stream here in OBS, we first have to go set it up in YouTube. So let's bounce over to the web browser. And I've already taken the liberty of heading to youtube.com/live_dashboard. So you want to go to that URL for your YouTube account. And that will take you to this live streaming area where you have two choices. Stream now, which that sounds very tempting, but that's not what we're going to do. That's a beta. We're going to go to events instead. And I highly recommend, until that's no longer a beta, that you do events instead. All right, so now schedule an event. Well, wait, Terry, I want to go live right now. That's okay. You can still schedule an event that goes live like right now or within a few minutes. All right, so it picked a time, which of course, that's what I meant. I can edit the time and go live at any particular time I want, including, pretty close to right now. But I would say you're going to need at least 5 or 10 minutes before you go live just to get everything set up. So let's go ahead and we'll leave it on 3 o'clock since we're not going to really do it anyway. And now it wants a title. So I'm just going to say Intro to Adobe Photoshop CC. Let's say that's what I'm going to stream about. And I'm just going to put that in the description. Terry White shows how to get started with Adobe Photoshop CC. Now, of course, you put in your tags. This is part of that metadata that helps people search and find your videos. So after each one, I'm putting in a comma, and that will make those searchable keywords. So we'll do Terry White and so forth and so on. So it's just a test. I don't have to put them all in. I would highly recommend a tutorial, though. That is an important one. All right, next, if you're going to share this out on social media, put in your social media tweet or post as well. So intro, or here, join me live for intro to Photoshop. All right, you get the idea? And now at this point, under the advanced settings, you just want to make sure that you probably do want your live chat to be enabled. And that's pretty much it. If you're going to do monetization, you would go ahead and turn that on or off. And now we're going to create the event. Now it takes a second or two to create the event, so don't worry if after you click it, nothing happens right away, because it takes a second. And then once it's there, it shows you that your event is almost ready to go. So you need to do 2 things. I would highly recommend you replace the default thumbnail with a custom graphic for your particular stream that you're about to do. So there's a 1280 by 720 suggested size. You can go build that in, of course, any product you want, like Photoshop, Illustrator, or whatever you have, and browse and find that graphic. The other thing you're going to do is choose your bit rate, basically just whatever size you're going to be streaming at. So I told it I'm going to be doing 1080p. Now, the next thing it gives me is that top secret, which it exposes, but that I'm going to blur it out, that top secret stream key. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, save my settings, and now that I've saved my settings, I can click on the live control room. It's very important, though, that you copy that key because you're going to go ahead and paste that into OBS. Now, it's waiting for me to start streaming. In other words, hey, it says I'm not getting any data from your encoder. So now we head back over to OBS and get OBS set up and ready to go. So the only thing we need to do here, we've already covered the scenes and sources. The only thing we need to do now is just go to our settings. And under settings, we're just going to jump right to stream. We're going to say that we're going to switch streaming services to YouTube. And all we're going to do is paste in that key that you grabbed, that you copied. So OBS does a good thing by not showing it unless you click show. But I copied it, I pasted it, I click OK. I am ready to click the start streaming button. Now by clicking the start streaming button, I'm not live yet. All I've done was basically prep YouTube to start receiving the data from my streamer. But as you can see, there's 3 steps. The first thing is the preview. Now there's a preview window here. Don't click that yet. There's a public preview. You can click that one. That just shows you what the public sees. It sees a little countdown that I'm going to be going live soon if anyone were to go to that URL. Now I'm going to go ahead and click the preview. I'm going to get a little thing that pops up and says, hey, it takes a few seconds to generate this. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. And Even though it says start streaming, I would wait a second because I think it still comes up and says preview stream. Yeah, we're preparing your live stream to preview. Please wait a moment. And we wait. In a second or two, it should pop up. Okay, now it says preview stream, and now we can go ahead and click preview. And that will show us what we're getting from the encoder. So you got all the time in the world up till your start time to get ready. And if you're ready now, you don't have to wait. You can just go ahead and click start streaming right now, and you would go live. The only other thing you want to be concerned about, of course, is you want to be able to talk to the people that are in your chat. So you click the open new chat window, and you would start to then see the comments, which I see the first couple people here. They're already like in my chat, waiting for me to get going here. And at this point, I could start talking with them or wait till I'm actually going live. So at that point, whenever I'm ready to go live, I go live, and away we go. All right, so that's pretty much it. Of course, other than how do I stop? Well, you can either use the little widget for OBS to stop streaming, which is what I would normally do. So that way I don't have to bounce back to the OBS window. But if I do go back to the OBS window, then I would just simply click the stop streaming in the bottom right-hand corner. But let's go ahead and do it. Yep, there it is. It came up. Stop streaming here. All right, so that's it. That's how to configure OBS to stream live to YouTube. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.